Never confuse education with intelligence. You can have a PhD and still be an idiot, stated Richard Feynman. What are some real-life examples of this? I work in mental health and have known so many healthcare professionals with advanced degrees who I wouldn't trust to take care of a goldfish and can't believe counsel people on a regular basis. In my old university in Germany in the early 2000s. The university was old, really old. And when I started, they just began modernizing the lecture halls, etc. The German department got a new, fancy, state-of-the-art lecture hall with any kind of technology you could wish for. The professors got extensive training on how to use it. There were some of them who after 3 months still didn't know how to switch on the lights. Don't even talk about the microphone or how to open and close the blinds on the skylight. They didn't originally plan on having an overhead projector there, but after a few weeks, they relented and provided one because the professors didn't know any other way. In their defense, the other lecture halls were so old that they still had the hole for the ink well in the tables. Heard about a mechanical engineer who was a flat earther. So yeah, him or any engineer, physicist, or astronomer that believes in that. The fact that a single one can get their degree and then turn around years later and believe in something fundamentally incompatible with the basic physics required to make sense of their degree is baffling. Helped some mates move house. One was a uni student doing a double degree in computer science and something else very challenging. While we were packing boxes, he asked if he could borrow a saw. When I asked why, it was so he could shorten the legs on the dining table so it would fit out the door. The look on his face when I grabbed one of the legs and started unscrewing it was priceless. As was the look when I asked him how he thought they got it in the room in the first place. I think people have a hard time grasping this, but most people are very ignorant about the vast majority of things. Not because people are inherently stupid, but because we live in a very complex and specialized society. You can take the dumbest plumber in my country, and I bet he is still more knowledgeable about plumbing than 90% of people. Because he has experience and knowledge in that specific field. While on the contrary, a PhD in whatever super-specific science is that super-specific, and even a well-educated person would be a complete idiot compared to them when it comes to the specifics. Every PhD with imposter syndrome on Reddit, me. The nurse I used to work with during the pandemic who was constantly bragging about how rich and important and highly educated she was, only for her to suggest to our Dawn that the kitchen start putting extra garlic in everyone's meals because garlic cures COVID. My roommate in college is an academic genius, 35 ACT in med school, RN, etc. I brought him to Walmart with me because he wanted to buy an 8-pack of Gatorade. At the self-checkout he scanned one, saw the price was $7, and decided that must have been the price for each Gatorade. He ended up scanning the pack 7 more times and paid $56 for some Gatorade, all while thinking that was a fair price. Ben Carson, neurosurgeon, believing Egyptian pyramids were used to store grain. My friend is one of those. PhD in the medical field. On New Year's evening he lighted fireworks, threw away the lighter and the fireworks went in his hand. And he wasn't drunk. His wife literally forbid him to touch any fireworks ever again. My wife has a PhD and is absolutely awesome, working in a challenging and rewarding field. However, she is clearly an idiot as she thinks I'm smart and married me. So far she hasn't worked it out.